In this demonstration, we're going to look at monitoring Exchange servers by using Exchange Management Shell. The first thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to have a look at the replication health of my database availability groups. I'm also going to look at the components that run database availability groups. Now, in this little demo and in this lab environment, we don't currently have a DAG. So at this point here, we will get some failures. So what we should see is the service to actually allow DAGs to work should be enabled and should be running. So we'll do our test-replication health. That's come back. Yep, we've got some passes there. So all of the services that would allow us to run a DAG are currently running. They've passed, but we don't actually have any database availability groups up and running. That's why we're getting database redundancy failures and database availability failures. The next thing we're going to do here is look at the services associated with our main components. So that's our mailbox server, client access server, unified messaging server, and hub transport components. So all we'll do is we'll have a look at this, and everything's come back true. So all of the required services to run our Exchange server implementation are currently running. So that's good. Right, the next thing we're going to do here, in the first two lines of this, what we're going to do is, the first two lines, as it says here, merely modify our receive connector to accept unauthenticated mail for purposes of this demo. So the first command that we're going to run here is we're going to set the -receive connector, lon ex1, default front end, lon ex1, and permission group will be for anonymous user. So we're setting the receive connector to allow an authenticated email. So that's fine. Next thing we're going to do here is we're going to do a get-receive connector. So we're just looking for information here. And we're going to do that on lon ex1, again, default front end, and we're going to add a permission on that connector for user NT authority, anonymous login. We're going to extend the rights, and we're going to do that for Exchange SMTP accept and recipient. So what we've done there is, for all intents and purposes, we've now set our Exchange server as near enough a relay agent. Next thing we're going to do now is we're actually going to send a mail message, -SMTP server, on ex1@datum.com. We're going to do that on port 25, which is the SMTP well-known port number. We're going to say the email message is from kc@datum.com. We're going to send that to no reply at contoso.com. The subject will be test. Within the body, we're just going to say this is a test message. Right, let's just see the status of that queue now. So if we go for the get-queue-server lon ex1, and what we can see here in the submission queue, everything's fine in the submission queue. So if any users were sending internal email, we haven't got anything stuck in a queue there. But unreachable, because we can't reach contoso.com, we do have a stuck message. So the next thing to do, let's research that message. And we're going to do that with a get-queue-identity, unreachable queue, so lon ex1, unreachable queue. We'll then pipe that, we'll get the message, and then what we'll do is we'll pipe that and we'll format the list. So what we've got here is we found a matching connector cannot be found to route the external recipient. So what we're saying here is we don't actually have a send connector that's going to match up to contoso.com. So yep, it is unreachable. So we're happy with that. So now what we're going to do here is we're just going to have a look at how the last error message tells us what the exact problem is. So, and what we're also going to do is we're going to remove the message. So let's do a get-queue, -identity, lon -ex1 / unreachable. We're going to pipe that, we're going to get the message, then we're going to remove the message, and confirm will be false. Now that we've done that, let's just check the queue again. And yep, gone. So in our submission queue, we do have a message count in there. Not too bothered about that one. The one I was concerned about was the unreachable message. So the next thing to do here is we're just going to have a look at the application event log. And we're going to do that with the get-event log, -log name application. We're going to look at the newest 10 for computer lon ex1. And that shows us the last 10 messages in our application log on our Exchange server. And that's the end of this demonstration of monitoring Exchange servers by using Exchange Management Shell. Thank you.